Hey everybody, this is WWE Champion, Chicago's own straight edge superstar CM Punk, and you are watching PWR on My 24 Milwaukee.
This week, ladies and gentlemen, on a stacked edition of the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime, we bring you news from the WWE Survivor Series, the latest from TNA Wrestling, including this past Thursday's Impact, and the full details on next Saturday's Blizzard Brawl in the Event Center. All of that, plus details on the 2012 Pro Wrestling Report Honors Awards presentation, and this week's Star of the Week. Pro Wrestling Report Primetime Television starts right now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime Saturday night. Damian Nelson sitting alongside David the Octavius, the Tiberius, the alleged backyard one-time Hall of Fame Knockouts Divas Hardcore Hall of Famer hero. David, how are you this week?
You know what? I am fantastic.
Is it because my birthday's coming up on Monday?
It is.
It's been my birthday week. The shenanigans have been spectacular. Spectacular. Anyways, that's not important, but what is important is this week's WWE news. David Hero coming off the heels of WWE Survivor Series just last Sunday. A major surprise in the ending to that pay-per-view as Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Reigns save CM Punk from the threat that was Ryback and John Cena. WWE gave us as Paul Heyman said Monday night, a taste of attitude, even though people like you really didn't like it. Let's first talk about the end to the Survivor Series this past Sunday night. CM Punk retains the WWE Championship against all odds.
I was not expecting aces and eights to show up on the Survivor Series.
They didn't have masks.
You're right, they didn't. You know, I have no problem with attitude era, completely different as to what Paul Heyman referred to on his promo Monday night when he says we give you attitude and you don't want it. There's a difference. The Attitude Era was about wittiness, creativeness, sassiness, sarcasm, funny ha-ha.
Puppies.
I'd
rather be in China.
Yes. You know, innuendo.
Kiss my ass club.
All the stuff that was fun and exciting and catchphrasey.
Sunday wasn't fun and exciting?
Hashtaggy.
You didn't like the ending to that pay-per-view?
No, I did like it. I did. But he's referring to when they gave us the heart attack gimmick a week ago.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. I know what he was talking about. I was paying attention, I was tuned in, and I was listening. But the fact of the matter is this, finally the WWE is giving the IWC, which stands for
Internet Wrestling Community,
the opportunity to cheer for Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. And who's this third guy?
We'll just call him
Luther Reigns. It doesn't matter. You know why? Because ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time for that.
Now, going forward, you got 3 new young bucks with CM Punk. Now, Punk hasn't really aligned himself with them yet.
He actually somewhat walked away from him on Monday night.
Well, which was perfect because he kind of has to. He cowered away from 3 unknowns. I like the fact that they're acknowledging the NXT brand on Raw when referring to those 3 renegades.
Sure, we'll go with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now it's promoting their farm system, their wrestling factory down at Full Sail Arena.
The power plant?
Well, no, it's far better than the power plant.
It was a great ending, though, to the pay-per-view on Sunday, the Survivor Series. Nobody saw that coming.
No.
It was shocking. It was surprising. And as you said, it got 3 new hot talents onto the WWE.
Well, it got 3 talents that the people have been waiting to see.
The IWC
yes.
has, which is a small portion of the wrestling community.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be interesting because Ryback, if you think about it, the people that Ryback has fallen to have all been FCW, Florida Championship Wrestling NXT stars.
Now, I'm going to give you a chance
Bradley
because
Maddox and the 3 Renegades. John Cena hasn't beaten Ryback. CM Punk hasn't defeated Ryback. It's been unknown talents has gotten the best of Ryback.
They're handling this extremely well, though, because Ryback is being protected throughout all this.
But is he being protected or is he being made out to look not so smart?
Well, I mean, he's Musclehead.
Well, because, once again, the same thing happens.
I want to give you a chance, though. Last Saturday on PrimeTime Extra online at PWRshow.com.
Yes, I was there.
You stirred up some crap, as you do normally with your spoon. And,
Have you been talking to the great Uncle Al Snow?
No, I've been talking to Robbie E. We've got big plans for Blizzard Brawl.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I want to give you a chance to redirect and address the audience out there and clarify your burial of CM Punk that you executed last Saturday night, saying the streak doesn't matter, his streak doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
He's not 365 days.
Does
It was a celebration,
not mean
even though there wasn't
anything.
balloons. Okay, so you're not gonna backtrack on that comment. You're not gonna backpedal.
You know why it doesn't matter?
Stay right there.
Here's why it doesn't matter.
Why doesn't it matter?
Because the longest streak in all of wrestling is the Fabulous Moolah, correct?
Yeah, for what, 30 years? She was
30
moving
years. Okay,
champion.
so let's take that out. Now let's go to Bruno Sammartino. How many days was it?
Years.
But days. They had a little graphic gimmicky chart up there. Paul Heyman said the guy with the longest streak couldn't beat CM Punk.
On his best day.
So what does that tell you? Streaks mean nothing.
John Cena this past Monday night on Raw suffered an injury in an altercation with Dolph Ziggler after, getting to second base with AJ Lee.
See, there you go. Once again,
I'm right here.
What's the moral of the story? What led to the downfall of John Cena on Monday night with the injury?
Vicky Guerrero.
He got involved with a woman.
The endorsed Dolph Ziggler kicked his tail, destroyed him in that locker room Monday night. You know it, and the American people know it.
Yeah, you know what? And that was a great segment. It was fantastic for Dolph Ziggler. It truly was. I mean, if you think about it, Dolph Ziggler took out the #1 guy in the company, not Ryback, by himself, which takes 3 FCW guys to take Ryback out, but 1 Dolph Ziggler to take out John Cena. Very impressive, Dolphy Z. Big things coming for that guy.
Talk about speaking of big things, how about the primetime players on commentary this past Monday night on Raw with Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler?
They were entertaining.
Do you have any washcloths around here?
What? Who? No.
It was good stuff. It was very good stuff.
Why were they calling them wash rags?
A little programming note. Tomorrow night, WWE Champion CM Punk is going to appear on the AMC's Talking Dead, not Walking Dead.
American
you watch
Movie
Walking
Classics?
Dead? So they got the best show on TV right now in The Walking Dead. Do you watch that?
No, I've never seen that.
Shocking. He's going to be...
Who has time for TV when you're living the dream?
With that show hosted by Chris Hardwick. That's at 10 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, right after The Walking Dead.
Chris Hardwick.
This Sunday. He's a comedian.
That's how I know him.
You've probably seen him on Comedy Central, which is lowbrow entertainment you watch.
Yes, absolutely. I watch it.
Again, that's Sunday at 10 o'clock, right after The Walking Dead. CM Punk to appear on The Talking Dead. And CM Punk opened us up this week again, with...
Yeah, I know you guys are pals and buddies. And
well,
I will say that, listen, Punk is getting me points each and every pay-per-view, so thank you, CM.
Didn't do a meltdown this past Monday night, so we didn't get a chance for pass-fail, but David Hero, overall, 3 hours of Raw, what would you grant it? Would you give it a passing grade or a failing grade this past Monday from Dayton, Ohio?
Failing grade simply because of the fantastic 2 out of 3 falls match between Alberto Del Rio and Randy Orton. Alberto Del Rio. Oh. But you already knew that. I was disappointed I did not get to hear from the 3 NXTers. What
3-man
they had to
band?
say. Yeah. No. We saw them in the towels. But we did not get a chance to see the 3 guys that took out Ryback, what they had to say.
The show was slow. The show was, I like the build to the Punk celebration. However, a lot of people expected a lot more from that celebration, including a brand new championship belt, which CM Punk hasn't talked about much lately. That did not happen. There were no balloons. But I like the way the show ended with Punk standing tall and you questioning whether or not there is anybody.
Tall?
Ryback laid out on top of the announce table. He stood there with the belt held high. Wow. He did not slide out. He stood there. Do you watch the same program? Are you watching reruns of Thunder on Monday nights?
He did not do it himself.
Do I have to get Punk back here? He's just a stone's throw away from us. I want you two face to face so you can say all this stuff to his face. Because just because he fed you this habanero combo business.
He was the heel. He didn't do it on his own. He had his buddies help out.
Done with you. A lot more still to come, though, here on the Pro Wrestling Report, ladies and gentlemen, including a look back at this past week's TNA Impact Wrestling, or TNA Gut Check, I guess you can call it. We've got all the details on this upcoming Saturday's Blizzard Brawl in Waukesha, Wisconsin. We've also got a big announcement about the 2012, yes, Pro Wrestling Report honors. All that and more spin from this guy when we come back here on the Pro Wrestling Report, primetime Saturday night. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report, primetime Saturday night. Damian Nelson sitting alongside Mr. Bill O'Reilly here on Vine 24 Milwaukee. And it's time now, David, to go right into this week's TNA news. And it was Impact. It was taped in Orlando, Florida. I happened to be at this particular taping.
Yes.
And it was, well,
The
how do you say?
Thanksgiving Day gut check.
I did like the turkey segment, but how do you do an entire episode of gut check? Now, I didn't mind the fact that Wes Briscoe defeated Garrett Bischoff, Sam Shaw defeated Alex Silva.
Is there a Briscoe in the car?
There was in Orlando, yeah. Taylor Hendricks defeating Tara as well. A lot of gut check in one episode of Impact, arguably on a very lowly watched episode, being at Thursday.
And that's why it was smart to do it that way. Don't give away something that people aren't going to watch. Bring in the gut check. Bring in the guys that are looking to get that contract. A nice little holiday funny ha-ha thing, I guess you could say.
We saw Aces and Eights take out Eric Young with ODB handcuffed, watching alongside. Where is Aces and Eights going, David Hero? What's the end game here? Because it's just been so dragged out.
It has been.
We've seen a couple reveals, but really, there's been no payoff.
Not yet. But eventually it's going to have to get there. Who is going to be the big reveal? Who's going to be that star that is going to shock the wrestling world that's going to be behind it? We have different thoughts and ideas and opinions.
I still want it to be Jeff Jarrett. I think that's the only way this pays off.
Would be fantastic, but that means they have to get a special guitar made up for that. But Eric Young, taken out, beaten up, crushed. It's going to make his extreme catches a little more extreme, if you ask me.
But here's my question: he's got a show on Animal Planet Sunday nights.
But he's healed. He'll be fine by then.
No, I'm sure you can do the show, but if you're TNA, wanting to have him prevalently featured on your programming so that connection could be made, cross-promotion?
I think Showtime Eric Young has far bigger fish to catch, and his reality show is doing fantastic. Huge numbers. They want to do more things with Eric Young. Eric Young is going to transition out of wrestling and I think become more of the outdoors fisherman.
So here I am, Orlando, Florida, at these particular Impact tapings, and the show ends this way. You got Hulk Hogan, you got Brooke Hogan, you got Austin Aries, you got Bully Ray, because Bully's banging Brooke. Hogan doesn't know. Aries is accusing.
Do you think they're together?
Look, this is not TMZ. This is what they're teasing anyways. And the problem was Hogan comes out, walks out, stands there. It was great on TV, I'm sure, but the live audience who came in because Hulk Hogan was on the placard outside in the theme park wanted to see Hulk Hogan. He never addressed the fans, never said hi. There was no payoff for those fans who spent all that time at the Impact taping on that day.
Well, Hulkster's distraught. He, now he's concerned.
I get that. For TV, I get it.
Concerned that Bully Ray might be, hooking up with his daughter, and there's video cameras around. I mean, he knows how that
and it didn't end well.
No.
That's this week's TNA news, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time to go to this week's comedy segment here on the Pro Wrestling Report.
No, it's not comedy.
In case the whole thing hasn't been already, that guy's Star of the Week.
This week's PWR Star of the Week, there's only one person I can choose, and that is Dolph Ziggler.
It's my birthday.
Not only did he win his Survivor Series match,
all by himself.
But he beat Randy Orton. He comes out and takes care of business with John Cena, cuts a promo, becomes a legitimate threat, bigger star than he ever could have been in the last few weeks. Finally hit the home run. Dolph Ziggler, this week's PWR Star of the Week.
Has he made it? You've been talking about how Dolph needs these victories. He needs this. He needs that.
He is right there.
TLC next month, December 16th, Barclays Center. Will the cash-in occur? With all this staging, with all this setup, will it occur?
I would rather wait
TLC?
till Royal Rumble and cash it in there. You're closer to WrestleMania.
But the prime opportunity will likely be at TLC.
Sure.
That's this week's Star of the Week. Dolph Ziggler, good pick, David Hero. And we talk about stars and Stars of the Week and whatnot, and every year the Pro Wrestling Report, we come together and we give our own set of awards that actually you, the fans, pick. The honors are back. It's time to honor the best in 2012, and we're prepared to share with you the categories for 2012 and the voting that you will be participating in just, well, we'll tell you that in a moment. But the categories, David Hero, we've got several. Tag Team of the Year, Match of the Year, Female Wrestler of the Year, Shenanigans Moment of the Year.
Well, that's going to be me or you.
The Markout Moment of the Year, and of course the top fame, the top prize, Wrestler of the Year. All of that going to be decided and going to be announced on our special episode December 8th, David Hero, just 1 week removed from Blizzard Brawl. We'll also have footage of the presentation of the Lifetime Achievement Award being given to Kevin Nash.
Big sexy.
It's going to be a part of that broadcast on December 8th. Now, how can you be a part of it? How can you be involved? Well, voting starts, right now on our Facebook page. And only, get ready for this, David Hero, it's a short voting period.
Okay.
Only goes through
I see
Monday.
what you're doing.
Only goes through Monday night. So head on over to our Facebook page right now, facebook.com/PWR Show, and be sure to like the page when you're there. What do you mean, really?
I see what you're doing here.
Let me continue with the rules.
I can only imagine.
Those of you who are coming to us from Florida, you are not permitted to vote in the honors because we don't need shenanigans to ruin the entire thing. Just saying. Facebook.com/PWR Show. Voting starts right now on our Facebook page. You can even write in.
Why don't you say it? Get out and vote early.
What's wrong with that?
I see what you're doing there.
Oh, you got a problem with early voting?
No, not at all.
Florida did too, because it cut it from 13 days to 7 days or whatever it was.
Okay, go ahead.
Still won.
Move along.
Bitter.
Grill 600 East Ogden in downtown Milwaukee. Plenty of free parking, great food, great drinks, great fun, and a free pay-per-view. WWE TLC Sunday, December 16th. Free at Karma Bar and Grill.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, the insurance company may try to stop you from getting what's fair.
After my car wreck, the insurance company tried to stop me from getting what was fair. I called Gruber Law Offices.
Be careful. Call us right away.
They better be careful. Now I've got Gruber Law Offices.
Call us. Let us get started on your case right now.
They green-lighted my case and got me $100,000.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Call 276-6666.
Have all your printing needs taken care of by the official printer of the Pro Wrestling Report and Great Lakes Championship Wrestling, Union Copy Centers. With over 25 years of experience, Union Copy Centers is the only union printer in the Milwaukee area with silk screening and printing, including business cards, letterhead, envelopes, flyers, brochures, invitations, and apparel such as hats and t-shirts, all to your custom design specification. Union Copy Centers is your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Call or email us now for your custom quote.
Back to the Pro Wrestling Report, primetime Saturday night. David Harrell, look at this. We're in the event center.
The event center.
The Cons let us in.
Well, how about that?
He'll be back in a couple weeks, by the way, in the event center here, presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call. That's all. And, well, let's get right to it, David Harrell. Next Saturday night, Blizzard Brawl 8, the 8th installment of Blizzard Brawl, comes to Waukesha's Expo Center. It's probably the biggest one ever. You know, every year we say, it's the biggest one ever. But really, when you look at the names that are going to be
you look at the
this
size
show,
of some of the guys on this show.
it is a huge, huge event, and tickets are flying out the door for that, but still available at blizzardbrawl.com. We're going to go over it match by match now, David Hero, building up to the main event. But first, there's so many people making appearances at the show that you get a chance to meet and speak to, get autographs from, maybe even get pictures with.
Well, of course, you got to start off with the lovely and talented Terry Marlena Runnels.
With the cigar?
She will have a
Shaking
cigar.
like a rag doll
She
by
will-
China?
What's this with ragdolls and washcloths lately?
The Terry Invitational Tournament?
The Terry Invitational. She will be there. Let's not forget the longest reigning, greatest Intercontinental champion of all time.
All time.
The Honky Tonk Man will be shake, rattling, and rolling
Slick back?
all over Waukesha.
Blue suede?
Yes, blue suede.
Pink Cadillac?
Formerly known as Karma, former TNA Knockouts champion, Awesome Kong will be in effect live in Waukesha.
I want to be clear, though, before Kong gets to town. There was some controversy, there was some discussion about my involvement or lack thereof with her pregnancy. I just want to make clear that I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Awesome Kong.
You are too much. The living legend, Larry Zbyszko, former AWA World Heavyweight Champion, former WCW Star Western States Champion.
Terry Reynolds, Larry Zbyszko, Honky Tonk Man, Awesome Kong, all appearing.
And they're not
doing-
wrestling. They're just there signing autographs, taking pictures, saying
Amazing.
hello. Absolutely.
Larry Zbyszko, legendary, no pun intended, in this area, especially back to his days in the AWA.
Absolutely.
It's going to be great to see Larry in town. Great to see Awesome Kong for the first time. All four of those first time at Blizzard Brawl,
Yes,
correct?
absolutely. And the controversial Honky Tonk Man.
Good old Wayne.
Yes. Then, of course, we're going to go into some Divas wrestling. Divas, knockouts,
Oh,
ladies.
there's one more big appearance.
What do you mean?
I mean, well, we're presenting the Lifetime Achievement
but
Award.
that's more towards the upper card, right?
Well, sure.
Okay, we have Melanie Cruz, former GLCW Ladies Champion, and Scarlett
So is Mike
Boudreaux. Scarlett Boudreaux, let me tell you, she is a knockout. I think the wrestling fans are going to truly appreciate her.
In what way?
Making her Blizzard
Wrestling
Brawl.
talents?
She is
Skills, ability?
She is a beautiful young lady.
Everything inside the ropes?
Everything inside the ropes. Then we got SmackDown's #1 announcer,
Kung Fu Naki?
Kung Fu Naki, making his Blizzard Brawl debut as well, going up against the very capable Rough Crossing, making his debut as well too.
Really?
New
Rough
stars at Blizzard Brawl this year. Funaki, how about that?
That is huge. First time again on Blizzard Brawl. Kung Fu Naki, whatever you want to call him. Great talent in the ring. Going to deliver some great wrestling action next Saturday at Blizzard Brawl.
The GLCW Tag Team Champions, Axe and Smash Demolition, coming back to Blizzard Brawl, and they'll be going up against the former AWA World Tag Team Champions, Psycho and Killer, the Texas Hangman.
Wow. And of course, let's not forget.
This is going to be old school punch, kick, fight kind of match.
Let's not forget that the Demolition, Axe and Smash were also inducted into the West Wing of the PWR Hall of Fame just a couple of years ago, along with Gene Okerlund and Bobby the Brain Heenan. But this matchup, and these titles have been on the waist of Demolition for quite some time.
It will be 4 years now that Demolition have been the tag team champions.
Does their streak matter?
Of course it does. It's 4 years.
Of course, their streak matters. Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't it?
Please go on to the next match.
Then we got the Love Machine, Matt Longtime, one of your good, close personal friends. You know the Love Machine.
I know Matt Longtime.
Yes. The Love Machine will be there against America's #1 USA 2x4 in hand, Hacksaw Jim.
Oh!
Absolutely. Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
USA.
Another Blizzard Brawl debut. He's been at some GLCW shows in the past, but his very first time at Blizzard Brawl.
Does the board come with them, or do you stop at the Home Depot on the way to the show?
Oh, we'll be making a stop at Home Depot. You know, because it's expensive to check extra bags.
Is he going to dress the stick up this year with the little bow tie or a little flag?
I think he'll have a mistletoe on there. Well, you know, Linda Kay is going to be around.
She's got that duffel bag.
The duffel bag of doom. Then, of course, the GLCW Heavyweight Championship, the champion, Robbie E., your good, close personal friend, will go one-on-one with the former champion, the crown prince of hardcore, Al Snow.
And let's not forget, Al Snow never lost that championship. The
Never.
championship was stripped and taken from him on October 20th in Racine as GLCW partnered with Resistance Pro in that huge event. And Robbie E. winning a three-way match against Armando Estrada and Ken Anderson to become the GLCW champion.
Shocked
against
the
a
world,
lot of
didn't he?
odds. But he defends that championship for the first time against the man who never lost it next Saturday at Blizzard Brawl.
And from what I understand is that Al Snow wants to make this some type of hardcore match for Robbie E. Could be interesting.
Robbie E's not hardcore.
Imagine a taser on a pole kind of match.
Ride the Lightning?
Well, it could be interesting, absolutely. And then, of course, the main event, the match everyone that is coming to see amongst well, wait a minute. Before the main event, there's another main event.
Another.
The PWR Lifetime Achievement Award to one of the founding fathers of the NWO, to one of the longest reigning WWF heavyweight champions, the top 10 as far as streaks go. Big Sexy Kevin Nash will be the recipient of the PWR Lifetime Achievement Award.
And that's huge. Kevin Nash, obviously, with a tremendous career in professional wrestling, his influence is undeniable. And Kevin Nash will be receiving that Lifetime Achievement Award, joining the likes of Bobby the Brain Heenan, Mean Gene Okerlund, Axe and Smash of Demolition in the West Wing of the PWR
Are you going to get
Hall
your
of
Magic Mike DVD signed by him?
I already have.
You did it already?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see
At
that.
the premiere.
Oh, you were the guy in the... Gotcha. And then, of course, the main event, the match everyone's been talking about for the first time in almost 13 years. Rikishi and Too Cool reunite
together.
for the first time together. Scotty 2 Hotty, Grandmaster Sexy, Rikishi Fatu against Billy Gunn, Armando Estrada, and their partner they have yet to name.
A mystery partner?
A mystery partner in the main event of Blizzard Brawl. Tickets start at just $10. BlizzardBrawl.com. Different ticket packages available. This show is going to be #tremendous.
And in addition to those talents we talked about being able to meet earlier, certain tickets get you an opportunity to meet Terry Reynolds, Kevin Nash, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan as well before the show.
There's a special meet and greet ticket in the first 4 rows. You get that. You get to get in early at 5 o'clock. Bell time is 7. You get to meet and greet and autographs and pictures and shenanigans and T-shirts and memorabilia and DVDs and hats and T-shirts, the whole thing.
Nelson family T-shirts.
It's going to be fantastic.
Blizzard Brawl 8 next Saturday, Waukesha County Expo Center. It is the, as King Kong Bundy has dubbed it, WrestleMania of independent wrestling events. Get your tickets early, $10 they start, only right now at blizzardbrawl.com. Don't want to wait, don't want to be left out. Tickets also will be available at the door, David.
Yes, you can buy tickets at the door at the Waukesha box office and in Cudahy, the shortstop.
Blizzard Brawl 8 next Saturday, live at the Waukesha County Expo Center. We want to thank all of you for joining us here on the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime Saturday night. Encourage you to head over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/PWR, to vote right now for the candidates, the nominees, if you will, in the 2012 Pro Wrestling Report Honors. For that one, this is Damian Nelson from this beautiful, glorious event center saying thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next Saturday night.